such a genuine gem. Thank you for clicking on my video. Today I wanted to start a new series if you guys enjoy it, and that is mental health real talks, and what I'm going to call it is mind to mind, because I feel like lots of times people have heart-to-hearts and they get really emotional and they can talk about whatever they want, and I just think that this is another way to just make sure that our friends are okay, and you guys are my friends. So I want to talk to you guys about mental health, mental illness, and just taking care of your mind. And it's just something that I'm really passionate about in many different aspects, and I have dealt with different types of mental illness and mental health, and I'm going to go a little bit into that. But today's segment, if you want to call it that, it sounds so official, but today's episode, see, everything just sounds too formal. This is just going to be a very relaxed, safe space to share your experiences, your stories. I'm going to be talking about antidepressants as well as unsupportive friends in this episode, and if you want me to do any other sort of topics, just comment them down below and I would love to. But I want to start out by kind of telling you a little bit about where I am in my mental health, because I think that that's important to be transparent. You know, if I am asking you guys to share your stories, I need to share mine as well, and I think that it's good to talk about how we're struggling, what we're struggling with, and to just be open about it. So I have always had social anxiety since I was pretty little. It's just been one of the biggest things in my life that has kept me from doing everything, to be quite honest. I mean, it's something that I've had to push through quite a lot. And here recently, due to a situation, a circumstance that I can't currently change or get out of, I have also kind of had a little more of general anxiety, and as well as situational depression that kind of comes with that. I also do have a bit of PTSD from the situation as well, and I just want to preface this by saying that I am currently doing wonderfully, actually, but these are just things that I do deal with and I have dealt with. And so yeah, I don't want you guys to worry about me by any means. I'm okay. I have definitely found that my mental health and my struggles is something that I take pride in, as far as it has made me stronger, and I really hope that you can look at your mental health and any of the things that you have gone through in your life and look at it as a positive, which I know can be so hard. But I think when you look at yourself as more of a warrior than a sufferer, then you truly transform as a person. And it's one of the best things that I have ever done for myself, is look at myself as more of a fighter than somebody who is constantly down, you know, needing more help with my mental health than the average person. That's where I want to get into antidepressants, because I think it can be a very taboo topic if somebody does not believe in it. And I'm not here to tell you one way or another. I think it's a very personal decision, and I think that, you know, your views on it are your views, and you don't have to be swayed one way or the other. I'm coming from a place of someone who always thought that I could fight without it. I didn't need it. I was better than that. I was not gonna let myself go that route, because then I was accepting defeat. And I think that that's such a horrible mindset to be in, because it's not accepting defeat. It's not meaning that you are weak in any way. And for me, it got to the point where I was fighting so hard every day, and I was doing it. But why? When regular people don't have to fight so hard every day, why did I have to? It got to the point where it wasn't fair. If you can have something that helps you, maybe try it and see how it works for you. Now, I will say I didn't go on pills for depression. I actually went on them for anxiety, but a lot of the pills do have anxiety and depression that it helps. I have actually seen more with it helping my depression than it helped my anxiety, because my anxiety was more of a in the moment type of thing, but it wasn't necessarily all the time. However, I think without even me noticing, I did have those low mental health moments with my depression, and it just became so normal because I was constantly living in a state of fight or flight, and I'm one that fights. So I was constantly living in that state, which made me irritable, which made me sad, which made me exhausted, and I didn't even notice that in myself because you get used to it. Fighters know how to fight. I didn't know anything different. I didn't know what my mind was trying to tell me, and the fact that this isn't something that everybody else deals with. I got to the point in my head where, you know what? Everybody else is fighting. I need to too. I need to just buck it up, and buck it up, what even is that? I need to, stand up, and I need to fight because everybody else is doing it and they make it seem easy, but the truth is everyone else isn't doing it. Some people just live, and they're not always in survival mode, and that's not okay. And I will say that when I first got on them, I was so skeptical about them, and I wanted it to be something that I wasn't relying on, because in my head I was thinking, if there's ever an apocalypse, I'm gonna be the one that needs the medicine that everybody's gonna have to go to the pharmacy for. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be reliant. I want to just be whole on my own. And that was such a stupid thing for me to think, that if there's an apocalypse, I shouldn't take this medicine to make me feel better now. Got the medicine, and for months I didn't take it. I didn't even touch it. Then I started taking it every once in a while. And with these medications, it can really mess with your whole system when you're only taking it every once in a while and not every single day like you should be. And so I finally got to the point where I was like, I'm feeling worse than I was before. Why is that? And that was because my body was just in a constant state of, oh, you feel fine because you're on the pill. Oh, no, you don't because you didn't take it. And it's just, that was even worse than my constant me fighting up here, because then I was just going up and down like crazy. And so I will say, since I have been on the pill, I have been so much better. It's not like my situation has changed in my life at all. It's that the chemicals in my brain that aren't the same as everybody else's has now kind of been transformed a little bit with this medication to being an average person. And that's something that I think so many people forget, is that those with mental illness, we don't have the same mind as everybody else. And people often guilt us into thinking that we do, and that there's just a part of us that doesn't want to do what everybody else is doing, that doesn't want to be a normal person, normal. And I think that people hold us to the standard of, well, just suck it up and get through with it. Like it's not, like it's all in your head, which it is all in our head, but you know what I'm saying? Like they think that it's something that we are causing and that we can fix like that, and that if we just wanted to fix it, we could. That's not what mental illness is whatsoever. And that brings me to the next subject of this video, which is unsupportive friends. And let me tell you, I hope that you all haven't ever dealt with an unsupportive friend as far as mental illness or in general at all, but I think it's one of the saddest things about it all, because there are some friends who are great friends and they don't mean to be unsupportive, but they just don't understand, and they don't get why you don't want to go out. They don't get why you don't talk to them for days at a time. They don't get why you're acting a certain way when you could just be happy, you know? They don't understand what you're going through in your own mind, and they can't. Sometimes it's that they don't want to, sometimes it's that they just can't wrap their mind around it. And it's heartbreaking, but it's something that I've come to terms with, that doesn't mean that they don't want to be my friend. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It doesn't mean I don't want to be their friend. It just means that at the moment we're drifting apart. And sometimes that can make your mental health tremendously better, to only surround yourself with people who believe in what you're struggling in, no matter what it is. If you are struggling with anything, you need a support system that doesn't look at you like you're crazy, that doesn't make you feel like what you're going through isn't as bad as it is. Now, you want people who are constantly helping you and not making you feel like the situation is worse, but you need people in your life that make you feel believed in, and people who will make you feel like a fighter rather than somebody who is just sad all the time. Because some people can just look at you and be like, why are you sad all the time? Whereas other people can look at you and say, wow, you fight so hard every single day to be here, to be alive, and to keep living. And I think that's so freaking badass of you. And you need that person. And it's so hard because sometimes, like I said, these people don't have bad intentions. They aren't maliciously thinking that you are some sort of sad potato lump on the couch. They are just thinking, why don't you just get up? I mean, that's what I do, just get up. But it's not that easy, and it never will be. And as much as you want that friendship to be okay, and you want those people in your life, when you're struggling at the worst and the lowest points, best to separate from them. And I don't think that makes either of you a bad person. I just think it means that some people have different views on things. Your mind has to work not in the same exact way, but in a respectful way towards one another. Mind to mind, be kind. That was so cheesy. Like, if somebody can't be kind and respect and acknowledge what you're going through without making you feel low, then please don't allow them to continue doing that. You're worth more than that. You are so freaking worthy of the most supportive people in your life, and I hope this video made you feel that way. I'd love to hear all of your opinions about all of this down below. Please be respectful, as I will be respectful to you. I'm not saying by any means ditch your friends, get on antidepressants. I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm just saying these are my experiences, this is how I'm feeling. In case any of you guys were thinking the same thing but thought you were crazy for thinking of it, or thought that that would make you a bad person, that's something you have to kind of decide for yourself. But if you were thinking these things already, I just want to tell you that it's okay. You can do those things, and you should do whatever it takes to make you feel, first of all, like the warrior you are, but to know you don't always have to be fighting. To know that you are allowed to get that help and to rest and to not constantly be in fight or flight mode. I do get super passionate and I just start speaking and it just comes out, and I'm not scripting any of this, and so I hope I didn't say anything offensive. Truly, I just want to make you feel better and to make you feel not alone. That's my only intention here. So yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts, and I'd love to know what other topics you want me to talk about next time on this Mind to Mind. And if you like that title at all, I don't know. I just really wanted to talk more about this because I truly think that it's my purpose to do so here on this earth. And it's a great feeling. I love you so incredibly much. From the bottom of, I was gonna say my heart, but this is like mind. So from all of my mind, just know I have so much love in my heart for you, and I hope to see you again. If you subscribe, if you want to thumbs up this video, it'd mean the world. Okay, bye.